Signs the narcissist is cheating on you. Imagine being in a relationship that seems perfect. Your partner showers you with love and affection, but beneath that lies a harsh truth. It could all be an elaborate lie crafted by a master of deception and infidelity, a cheating narcissist. If that sends a chill down your spine, buckle up, because this video exposes the screaming red flags that your supposedly smitten significant other is actually a devious, unfaithful scumbag carrying on entire cheating operations behind your back. You'll learn the tricks these scummy manipulators use to cover their tracks, from hidden messaging apps to wildly inappropriate nicknames for their flings. Because let's be real, these degenerates have sunk to levels of depravity that would make even hardened cheaters blush. It's time to dive in and expose these soulless demons and their treacherous ways. By the end, you'll be so narcissist-proof that any slimeballs trying to slither into your life won't make it past the underwear sniffing phase. This is crucial knowledge, folks, so smash that subscribe button for more insider tips on avoiding these toxic puddles of misery. Your path to healing starts now. Love bombing to hide the cheating. When a narcissist is cheating, their go-to move is aggressive love bombing to distract you from the truth. It's like dangling a giant sugary lollipop to divert your eyes, while they grind up new flings behind the scenes. Maybe you went on a whirlwind romantic getaway one weekend, showered with excessive affection and gifts, only to later discover it perfectly coincided with them cheating with a coworker. That's classic misdirection from Mr. Romantic-Scam the narcissist. Or there was a sudden over-the-top PDA campaign, like forcibly making out with you in front of friends while their phone exploded with messages from side pieces. It's projection, overcompensation for guilt, and blatant denial all in one gross display. Understand this, when things seem too perfect, it's likely because the fragile facade is propped up by betrayal and deceit. These amoral creeps manufacture romantic distractions to hide their misdeeds. Your soulmate, just a prop disguising their ravenous hunger for fresh mates. Gaslighting to destroy your sanity so narcissists can cheat. Once you start catching cheating vibes, these bottom feeders pivot to world-class gaslighting to demolish your sanity. Get ready for outrageous lies, fake tears, and mind-bending theatrics. It may start small, like feigning innocence when you question their late nights working. You'll be met with stammers and scorching gaslighting salvos designed to make you doubt reality itself. Working late again. Babe, I'd never disrespect you. My boss keeps piling work on because I'm so great. Not my fault I'm babysitting some weird stuff until 2 a.m. I'm totally faithful, you're imagining things. And that's just the opening salvo. If you dig further, the manipulation escalates to terrifying levels to obliterate your psyche. Why does this smell like a frat house? Whoa, honey, I can't believe you think I'm cheating with prostitutes. Maybe you need a brain scan for these crazy hallucinations. There's no low these narcissistic truth assassins won't stoop to protect their double lives. By the time you get proof, they'll have so dismantled your reality that you can't trust your own eyes and ears anymore. Utter nightmare fuel. Digital side piece concealment mastery. Of course, no self-respecting cheating narcissist leaves evidence just lying around. These foul demons have raised hiding their affairs to an art form, deploying evolving tricks to gaslight you into doubting any suspicions. Think they're carrying on an emotional affair? They'll gaslight you about Becky really being named Steve. Just an innocent mix-up. Don't buy it? They'll use coded names like Plumber Robbie or the opposite gender to throw you off. Shameless liars, the lot of them. These slimy chameleons also use sneaky foider labels like Q3 Budget or Granny's Recipes to stash incriminating videos and pics, keeping their digital cheating trails masked at all times. It's a convoluted shell game to stay one step ahead while betraying you at every turn. The mental gymnastics and deceitfulness needed to pull this off would be impressive, if not so utterly reprehensible. No corner of your shared digital life is safe from being corrupted. Even benign files like dog photos 5 of could really be lewd videos of your partner's affairs. In the end, the only solution is to disengage, cut all access, and purge these toxic demons from your life. Because between secret apps, burners, codenames, and more, you'll never find peace until excising their entire circus of depravity. The real-world humiliation circus. While much cheating happens digitally these days, make no mistake, these creeps will still gladly stage public betrayals to degrade you in the real world too. Perhaps you've endured their outrageous flirting with servers and strangers on date nights, ruining the evening while you shrink from embarrassment, or your innocent texts going unanswered for hours, only to find their laptop playing lurid videos when you get home. They may also innocently wear accessories, perfumes, or clothes that clearly don't belong to them, leaving you awash in the residual shame and stench of their indiscretions. And perhaps most gut-wrenching of all, realizing their grand anniversary plans were just a ruse to freely cheat on the very day you lovingly baked them a special cake. These empty-souled miscreants have zero shame in advertising their affairs through apparel, locations, or digital trails of promiscuity. It's all a calculated circus of humiliation designed to dismantle you. Cruel, absolutely, but par for their worthless course. Financial cheating, hiding money trails. While cheating often involves physical or emotional affairs, these money-hungry losers frequently cheat financially too. Financing fancy dates, hotels, and business trips for their flings costs money. It may start small with things like secret lingerie purchases or cash withdrawals to fund a night out with their affair partner, but it quickly escalates to hiding statements each month to conceal dating expenses, and even opening up secret credit cards to keep you clueless about shady charges. These sneaky creeps take money deception to the extreme, and shockingly, some of these scumbags will actually steal from joint bank accounts, inheritance money, or even funds meant for your kids' education, anything to selfishly bankroll their cheating lifestyle. There's truly no sick low they won't stoop to, so if you notice strange charges, statements going missing, or questionable cash flows, your unfaithful partner is almost certainly financially cheating and hiding something big. Cut them off before they ruin you financially. Emotional withdrawal and neglect. Living a fragmented double life of betrayal while faking endless romance is unsurprisingly difficult. So when their cheating desires kick in, these heartless losers start emotionally distancing themselves from you, their main partner. It begins with a withdrawal of intimacy and care for your emotional needs. Suddenly, your caring conversations hit a brick wall of one-word answers. When you express concerns, you're dismissed as clingy, despite no changes. Tender moments evaporate. This frost from their empty interior escalates into a full-blown emotional shutdown, where any efforts at connection are abandoned. They mentally check out, selfishly consumed by their secret affairs while you're left drifting in isolating neglect. It's an unloving, intimacy-starved limbo, where you inexplicably feel forgotten while they gleefully cheat and indulge their desires without you. Classic emotional abandonment and abuse. If you constantly feel stonewalled and shut out no matter how much you try to reconnect, the hard truth is, you've already been discarded emotionally. They're ruthlessly off getting their selfish needs met elsewhere while you get nothing in return. Depressing, but that's how they operate. Risky addictions and overindulgence. Speaking of selfish indulgence, for the chronic cheating narcissist, their entire value system revolves around insatiable self-gratification at any cost. No desire or vice is too extreme to pursue. Maybe you come home to strange packages or outfits that definitely aren't for you, or your remorseless partner stumbles in at 5 a.m. wrecked, reeking of vice dens but spinning tales you don't buy. They simply don't care about consequences or how destructively they behave. Hard drugs, high-stakes gambling funded by draining your savings, appalling sexual behavior. It all becomes routine as they careen down this selfish path of zero self-control. That recent financial windfall you thought would help your future, but it's already fueling their next depraved bender. When you see signs of complete reckless abandon like this, cut ties immediately. At this point, there's no coming back. They are too consumed by a sick need to indulge their vices at all costs. Protect yourself before their disease consumes you both. Suspicious new habits or appearance changes. Juggling a double life inevitably causes slip-ups in habits and appearances for these sloppy cheaters. Your antennae better be up to catch those critical shifts signaling infidelity. Have their grooming routines changed? Adding new products or styles that seem wildly different? Are unseen items of clothing appearing that smell like someone else's detergent? Did your sloppy slob partner randomly start dressing up nice or wearing cologne for their business trips? Watch for new phone behavior too, like dodgy messaging apps, new lock screen codes, and overprotective routines around you. Seeing their device, these little patterns disrupting normalcy could be huge red flags. And that's just the start. Full-blown lifestyle pivots may come out of nowhere. New gyms, hobbies, friend groups, etc. All potential covers for their growing second life of cheating. When you recognize these crimson alerts waving, it signals their shady parallel existence is escalating and their focus is entirely on pursuing new relationships while discarding you. Time to make an exit plan. Manipulation tactics, triangulation, and cruel comparisons. Of course, if you dare voice suspicion about their suspicious new looks or nighttime vanishings, the malignant cheater has a toxic arsenal of psychological warfare tactics to erode your reality and self-worth. First comes insidious triangulation, sly comments designed to install you as the inadequate option destined to lose them. Questions like, how can I be cheating when my cute coworker Emily treats her hubby so well? seeding doubts that you're somehow forcing them to stray compared to these fictional greener grasses. The lies and sinister insinuations escalate quickly to outright belittling comparisons guaranteed to dismantle your identity. Sarah's husband buys her such nice things, unlike your ripped socks. Jade is so fit for her guy, not like your muffin top. Every callous comparison calculated to grind you down emotionally by chipping away relentlessly at your self-esteem. They manipulatively position themselves as the manifest prize supposedly on the market for trading up soon. A sick game of triangulation positioning you for the discard while elevating their repulsive ego. So recognize when deflections escalate to poisonous comparisons and negging. It means their true discard agenda is well underway. The facade has fully slipped, and they're subconsciously positioning you as expendable garbage. Time to eject. Custody wars when kids involved. For those with kids caught in the crossfire of a cheating spouse's depravity, expect a whole new level of demented soul-crushing battles once the gloves come off over custody and co-parenting. Any pretense of civility or putting the children first gets abandoned fast. Lies about substance issues, mental health sabotage, trumped-up allegations of being an unfit parent. Nothing is too low for this scumbag to wage a smear campaign and avoid accountability. Money also gets weaponized as a choke point, with both overt funding cutoffs for child costs alongside sneaky drained and hidden assets designed to bankrupt you into submission during divorce proceedings. Your family's financial future gets torched. Kids inevitably get collateral damage from these sad adult meltdowns. Dragged into loyalty conflicts, witness to knockdown dragouts and absorbing memories of shattered homes destined to scar. The trauma spans generations, all because one decrepit pile of ego was determined to win at all familial costs. So if your cheating partner starts showing signs of willing to scorch the entire family unit to avoid consequences, brace for impact and remove your kids immediately from their spiteful blast radius. Never underestimate how low they'll go. The Hoover and discard torture cycles. Anyone who survived these sordid betrayals long enough recognizes the sickening yet predictable torture cycles these disordered manipulators put victims through. First comes the cruel discarding phase, where all pretenses of affection and intimacy get abruptly ripped away as they latch onto and indulge with hot new affair partners. You're treated as the embarrassing obstruction to their fresh start and new soulmate fantasy. Expect confusion, outrage, and shattering abandonment. You think it bottoms out there? Not even close. Because once their brief euphoria fades with their fling, those emotional terrorist tactics cycle back around in a horrific Hoover to try sucking you back into the trauma vortex. Sweet poetry, grand romantic gestures, fake promises to finally change. The whole love-bombing circus revivals in a desperate attempt to destabilize your hard-earned detachment and reinitiate the abuse cycle anew. Horrific mind games laced with intermittent hope. And if you reject their Hoovers, look out, because then the intimidation and real-world punitive actions activate. Maybe it's financial blackmail or property destruction, perhaps escalating stalking and threats of violence, all radioactive manipulation to forcibly erode your sanity back into that nightmarish spin cycle if you won't surrender and re-engage willingly. Unless you ghost and permanently erase this monster from your life, those cycles of devalue, discard, then Hoover, punish will loop endlessly, withering your soul down until you accept their putrid world of despair as your doomed reality. Truly a cursed prison. The only path is complete disengagement by any means necessary. For your peace of mind and safety, you must retreat and reclaim yourself on your own terms, far away from these terminal black holes of chaos. There you have it, a sobering look under the hood at the malignant realities of how cheaters and narcissists operate while stringing you along in their vicious torture cycles. From financial devastation and sudden lifestyle changes, to open devaluation and deteriorating intimacy, vicious circles of abandonment, then desperate hoovering, malicious tactics to ruin families and traumatize children. You now understand the full depth of their shameless, selfish playbooks. So when those initial red flags wave violently, the shifty phone routines, missing funds, suspect grooming rituals, don't ignore them, because by the time undeniable proof surfaces, you'll already be drowning in their swirling vortex of despair and abuse. Escape and retreat while you can still grip reality. Reclaim your sovereignty and self-worth on your own terms, not theirs. No more canceled circuits of torture permitted. But don't stop here. Subscribe now to keep arming yourself with the brutal truths about detecting dangerous personalities before they can ensnare you into their soulless realities. Stay vigilant and stay strong. If you've watched this video till here, I'm both impressed and feel sorry for you, because you've seen the ugly truth about cheaters and narcissists. They live in a dark, messed up world where love and trust get twisted into selfish pleasure built on broken promises and betrayal. These hollowed-out parasites masquerade as human, sprouting convincing facsimiles of affection just long enough to ensnare the vulnerable who dare take the leap of intimacy. But that facade barely conceals the Lovecraftian monster oozing with deceit and poisonous worldviews. The only path is one of healing, reclaiming self-worth, and vowing to never again allowing these malignant demons to trample through your fields of trust and hope. It won't be easy, but you can and will recover from their vile desecration. I'll return again and again to shine light into their darkness, helping you identify them before being consumed by their cursed, loveless cyclone of torment. Stay vigilant and stay strong. The fight for your peace has just begun. I believe in you.